going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. Let's start off with some baseball scores from yesterday. Reds beat the Orioles 3-1. So the Reds, they lost the last couple, but still 13 out of 15 or 16 is still really, really good. They knock off the Orioles. Pirates beat the Padres 9-4. Padres are really struggling. I heard their locker room is a mess right now. Now 5 games under 500. Came into the season with World Series aspirations. They bring in an all-star shortstop and Xander Bogaerts. They give Manny Machado a big extension. They spend all this money, and they're a below-average baseball team. They just lost 2 out of 3 to Washington. I heard a lot of high-profile players. A lot of guys are just really frustrated. I love Bob Melvin. He's a great manager, but I think they may need to make a change there because they are just really struggling right now. Giants shut out the Blue Jays 3-0. Had the Marlins or the Red Sox 10-1. Marlins had 19 hits in that one. Luis Arias 2 for 5 on the year. He's saying I think 398 or 399 on the year. What an incredible year he's had. Mets over the Brewers 7-2. Mets recalled David Peterson, who throughout his career has been very inconsistent as a starting pitcher. An ERA of over 8 in his first 8 starts. Pitched very well. 6 scoreless innings, 110 pitches. Nimmo with 2 home runs in the game. Lindor hit a home run. He had an amazing defensive play to end the 6th inning. So Mets pick up a win. Get back in the win column finally. 7-2. As of the time that I am filming this, I'm live on Twitter Spaces right now. Those of you listening on YouTube, of course, it's much later. Steve Cohen, Mets owner's press conference that he scheduled, amid the Mets being just 7-16 in the month of June, is in less than an hour. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll get you details on that. Probably tomorrow. We probably won't. The conference won't be finished until I'm off the air today. It'd be very interesting. Obviously, Mets have had a tough month of June. I will. One more thing with the Mets. Francisco Lindor said he was very confused when Mets fans were calling for Buck Showalter to be fired. He says he has not lost the team. He's one of the best managers in the league. So he does have. Buck appears to have support within the organization. Their general manager Bill Epler says he's the guy. He's the guy to turn us around. Basically, I mean, Epler probably deserves to be fired as well, but that's another story. Francisco Lindor, who's one of the Mets' best players, of course. Just supported them last night, so we'll see what happens. Braves beat the Twins 6-2. Braves are on fire. 52-27, best record in the National League. They're the favorites to win the World Series for now. I can't see. I disagree as much as I dislike the Braves. They are a phenomenal team. They have a really good deep lineup. They got a good starting rotation. They got a great bullpen, really deep. They got a great manager in Brian Snitker. Their third base coach is Ron Washington, who's in the World Series twice as a manager with the Texas Rangers. I know he's an older gentleman, but he's gotten some managerial interest over the last couple of years. I could see him being a manager again before his career is over. That team is really well built. They sign their stars to these long-term deals worth not that much money. But, these guys are 22, 23, 24 years old. You're giving them 10, 12, 15 million a year. For guys that age, that's crazy money for them. So that's why they're taking it. And, it allows them to keep this group together. And they are rolling. They're very young, too. Cardinals over the Astros 4-2. Astros have been slumping a bit without Jordan Alvarez. Another tough offensive day for them. Texas Rangers beat the Tigers 8-3. Phillies over the Cubs 5-1. Guardians over the Royals 2-1. Dodgers shut out the Rockies 5-0. Clayton Kershaw took a no-hitter into the 6th inning. JD Martinez is 300th career home run. Kershaw, even this late in his career, 10-4, 2.55 ERA. He is an amazing pitcher. Maybe the best pitcher of his generation. First ballot Hall of Famer. Angels beat the White Sox 4-2. Ohtani is the first American League pitcher in nearly 60 years to have 2 homers in the game and have 10 strikeouts in the same game. It's the first time he's hit 2 homers when he's pitched in his career. I think he's got 28 bombs. He's got like 65 RBIs. He's got OPS over 1,000. He's one of the best pitchers in the league. He's gotta be the MVP of the American League. I saw like he's like hands down. I think like the betting line for American League MVP. Ohtani's like minus 185 or something. The next closest guy is like plus 800. It's crazy. So the Yankees lost to the A's. A's beat the Yankees 2-1. So Paul Blackburn pitched really well. First time that Josh Johnson had played in Oakland in Oakland since they traded him all those years ago. The Yankees offense has been pitiful without Aaron Judge. Just one run against the Oakland A's. They got a pretty good out of Johnny Brito as well, who started because they don't have Nestor Cortez in the rotation. Or Carlos Rodon, he's not back yet. And of course, Frankie Montas. Probably out by the year, but A's beat the Yankees 2-1. Diamondbacks over the Rays 8-4, and Nationals over the Mariners 7-4 in 11 innings. Mariners had the bases loaded and nobody out in the 10th inning, didn't score a single run, and the Nationals get 3 in the 11th. And by the way, more news with the Mets. If they do go into sell mode, Max Scherzer said he would be willing to waive his no trade clause for a chance to compete for a World Series. So see if the Mets trade him. It'll be very interesting. He's gonna be 39 in July. He makes $43 million next year. Will team want him? Maybe if you're the Mets, do you take back some salary? Maybe try to get a better return. Because if you tell a team you gotta pay his whole contract, it's like, all right, he's already declining, and I gotta pay him $43 million next year when he'll be 40, or basically right around the All-Star break. I'm not going to give you a top prospect. I'll give you maybe a decent I'll give you a mediocre prospect. That's all you're getting for a guy who's still a good-ish pitcher, I would say, and is one of the best pitchers of his generation, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires. Maybe if you take on a bunch of salary, maybe you can get a team's top prospect. So we'll see what happens with that. A lot of hockey news going around, a lot of trades. The New Jersey Devils have made a couple of moves. Last night, they trade for Tyler Toffoli. They get Tyler Toffoli from the Calgary Flame. They send Igor Sharangovich and a third-round pick in this year's draft. The draft, I believe, is Thursday, so that is tomorrow. In exchange, Toffoli's a really good player. Starts with the Kings, then he was in Montreal, then got sent to Calgary. Now he's in New Jersey. Had a great year last year, 34 goals, 39 assists, 73 points. He's a great player. And he's got 1 year left on his contract for $4.2 million. He's 31 years old. Trevor goes the other way to Calgary. He's a good young player. I definitely like him. He's only 25. Last year, 13 goals, 17 assists, 30 points. He's a restricted free agent right now, so he's expected to be extended pretty much any day now by Calgary, but big pickup for the Devils, who make an already dangerous scoring attack even better by picking up a guy in Toffoli last year at 34 goals and 73 points. Los Angeles Kings pick up Pierre-Luc Dubois from the Winnipeg Jets. They send the other way Gabriel Vilardi, defenseman, a forward Alex Afala, and a 2024 second-round pick. This is a really good trade for the Kings, who this past year lost in the first round of the playoffs. He picked up a really good young player in Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's still just 25 years old. He had 27 goals, 39 assists, 63 points last year. So it's an 8-year, $68 million extension upon arriving there. He's a great player that the Kings add to their team. And I will say, I thought this is probably a win-win trade because Winnipeg wasn't going to be able to pay him. I thought they got a good return. You get back Gabriel Vilardi, who's a really good young player. I think he's actually a forward. I think I accidentally said he was a defenseman. He's a forward. He had 23 goals last year, 18 assists, 42 points. He's a restricted free agent. I assume they'll extend him right away. But he's a really good young player. You also get back Alex Ifao, who's a solid player. He had 14 goals, 22 assists, 38 points last year. He's got 2 years. He makes $4 million a year for the next 2 years. That's what he's got left on the 4-year, $60 million deal. He's 29 years old, so he's in his prime. So really good move by Winnipeg, by the Kings to pick up a young star in Pierre-Luc Dubois. But the Winnipeg Jets also got a pretty good return as well. The Devils also, not that long ago, they re-signed Timo Meier to an 8-year extension worth just over $70 million. He played well to giving up a lot for him at the trade deadline from the San Jose Sharks. He's a really good young player. Still was 26 years old. He had 40 goals last year. Devils should be good for a very long time. They got a really good young team. On to basketball, Dante DiVincenzo declared his $4.7 million player option, so he'll be a free agent. Hearing my New York Knicks might go after him. Of course, they already have Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, two of his college teammates that he won a national championship with in his last year in college on the Villanova team. So could the next another former Villanova national championship winning player. I like DiVincenzo. He's a really good perimeter defender. He can shoot the three. He's a solid role player. Alec Burks had his team option picked up by the Detroit Pistons. $10.5 million. He averaged 12.8 points per game last year. I think he also like three or four rebounds, a couple assists. So his option was picked up. Taylor Horton Tucker opted into his $11 million player option with the Utah Jazz. He'll be staying in Utah. And I want to give an update on the USA FIBA national team that's going to be competing this year. It's not finished yet, but so far this is in Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Brunson, Austin Reeves, Mikal Bridges, Bobby Portis, Walker Kessler, Cameron Johnson, and Paulo Banchero. So, looks like a really solid roster. There's 12 guys that are on my team. 11 has been announced, so they have one more open roster spot. It's not finalized yet. It's a very good, it's a very young team. Oldest guy on here might be Bobby Portis, or he's a little bit older, but he's still in his prime. You got a lot of guys who recently broke out. Jalen Brunson just broke out with the Knicks, average 24 points a game this year. Tyrese Halliburton just had a breakout year in Indiana. Jaren Jackson Jr. was defensive player of the year. Anthony Edwards had a great year. Reeves had a really good year. Mikal Bridges, once he got to Brooklyn, averaging over 30 points a game after the trade along with Brooklyn. Walker Kessler had a really good year this year. Paul Banchero just won Rookie of the Year. So that should be a very exciting team. Only other thing I already got for you guys is Josh Jacobs, the Raiders All-Pro back who won the Russian title last year, may hold out through the first week of the regular season. He wants to be paid. He has not signed his franchise tender yet. He wants a multi-year deal. See what the Raiders can work something out. And I'm gonna talk about Monday Night Raw from this Monday. So we had Cody Rhodes in the main event defeat Damian Priest in a one-on-one match. Dom Mysterio though hit Cody Rhodes with another cheap shot after the match. They had a promo in the beginning. Dom and Rhea were out there, and Cody came out and he was talking trash to him, and then they both left the ring. Cody challenged to get into the ring. Dom ran to ringside and said, "Not going to do it." He went to Adam Pearce, said, I want to fight someone big and strong. And Pearce goes, who do you have in mind? Rhea whispers in his ear, says, we'll get back to you. And he ends up fighting Akira Tozawa. Obviously, he won with the help of Rhea Ripley, just scaring the crap out of Tozawa, basically. It said the ring announcer said Tozawa weighs 157 pounds. That's like the same weight as I. I weigh the exact same. I think I'm 155. How he's in the WWE. Other stuff that happened, you had Ricochet beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Carlton Reed was ringside. He got kicked from ringside when he tried to get involved. After the two of them, Ricochet and Nakamura went after him. That was a very exciting match to watch. Ricochet picks up the win for shooting star press. So Matt Riddle in a backstage interview, he challenged Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. A lot of cars went up to him. They were talking trash, and then Gunther came over and blindsided them. He went after his injured leg and accepted his challenge. So Money in the Bank, Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. Ronda Rousey beat Raquel Rodriguez in a one-on-one match with a roll-up after she got distracted when her partner Liv Morgan was attacked by Shayna Baszler ringside. Finn Balor attacked Seth Rollins again when he was doing a promo. That's going to be such a great match this Saturday, Money in the Bank. Balor Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. And it was supposed to be Miz versus Ciampa. a rematch from last week, and Ciampa surprised him and came back and beat Miz in an open challenge match. But then Miz attacked him from behind, and that match never happened. Then he had a little promo for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match between all them, Trish and Zoe Stark and Becky and all them. Gunther defeated Sami Zayn. He had help when Giovanni Vinci hit Zayn with a crutch. The referee was distracted. And then Imperium started beating down Zayn and Owens, but then Matt Riddle came and chased him away. And then Finn Balor defeated Carmelo Hayes, who's the NXT champ, and the NXT round from the NXT and fought Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight title. And Carmelo Hayes kind of helped him out, so he was sitting like almost right behind the announce table, a little bit to the side of it, to the right side of it. And Safran shouted him out. He wished him good luck in his NXT Championship match against Baron Corbin. And then, when Finn Balor was attacking Rollins, Balor was about to hit him with a chair, but then Carmelo Hayes snatched the chair out of his hand, and then Rollins clotheslined him over the barricade and chased Balor away. And Balor challenged Carmelo Hayes and ended up fighting, and then Balor beat Carmelo Hayes in the match. The talent pool in NXT is so bad. It's so bad. It was so good at one point. A few years ago, you had NXT join Survivor Series and they won Survivor Series. It's so bad. I don't know what Shawn Michaels honestly has not done that good of a job. I know, it used to be Triple H running it, and then Shawn Michaels kind of like as like his right hand man. Now Triple H running WWE, Shawn Michaels is running the whole thing. He really hasn't done that great of a job. The only guys who I like over there are Braun Breaker, I think is really good. I think he'll be on the main roster soon. Carmelo Hayes just got a taste of action. I assume he'll be on the main roster soon. And I don't even watch NXT. There's one or two women I've heard are pretty good, but other than that, the talent pool in NXT is very, very poor. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, so long. Have a great day.